Hello, I am Gelosi Asia. I am a messenger here to deliver the messages that God and your ancestors want you to know right now. I'm a collective reader, so please take only what resonates. And if something does resonate with you, please, please, please pray about it or patla so that you get your own confirmation. And I'm here to remind you that you are seen and loved. So I just want to do a quick check-in just of any messages that want to come through today. I have a different deck, so I'm feeling like the energy will probably be different. But let's see what the cards have for us today. Let's see what comes out. Okay. I think I'm going to take out my usual... Oh, I'll take both of these. I've never done a reading like this, so we'll all be on this journey together of figuring out what Spirit wants us to know. Okay, so, okay, the first card out is called The Weight of the World. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. I love this deck. It's so pretty. And that's clarified by activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you are led. Ooh. And then trust the timing came out, and it says trust the wave you came in. Time is not running out. And look at how beautiful that is as well. And then that's clarified by I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Pretty, pretty. Then it's the courage peony. Oh, I might be butchering that word. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Beautiful. I love this deck so much. And Star Ancestors, hidden... Oh, sorry. The next one is Star Ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. Okay, let's see what we get from here. So the first thing that I get, I mean, with Weight of the World being the first card out, boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. And that being clarified by power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. The first thing that I'm feeling with Weight of the World, I get the feeling that somebody, whoever I'm reading for, whoever you are, I don't think that boundaries was something that you were good at. And I don't mean that in a negative way at all. You know, sometimes when you are a loving person, you share everything with everyone. And I feel like what this card is saying is that it's either you need to start setting boundaries, especially when it comes to people, because, you know, when you have that loving, nurturing kind of energy where you care for people, sometimes you have this ability of being empathic towards the situations that people are going through. So that means that when somebody tells you that they're going through something, you can't help but take that load and put it on yourself, where you're also thinking about the situation and you're wondering, how can I help this person? Trying to think of solutions, all sorts of things. And it's not always the healthiest, because you have to also make room for your own things that you're going through. And a lot of the energy, this energy tells me that a lot of the things that you go through, a lot of the things that stress you out, that give you anxiety, are usually things that aren't even your doing. It's not even your story, but maybe the story of somebody that you care about. So it's important to set those boundaries. And in you doing that, because I know, like, the idea of setting boundaries always seems so intimidating, because it makes you think that, oh, now does this mean I have to stop talking to this person or stop listening to this person's problems? It doesn't mean that. What it means is that when somebody is, for example, telling you about their problems, you are allowed to, just be there. You're allowed to just listen, to just listen and be there for that person. You don't have to take that weight and put it on yourself as if it's your problem too and your burden. And it's not an easy thing to set boundaries because it always feels like it's a mean thing, like you are closing yourself out from the people that love you. But with this activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led, this tells me that maybe it's time for you to trust the divine, to trust God or your ancestors or whatever you believe in when they call you to set up these boundaries. Because in my experience, when it comes to boundaries, usually something happens in order for you to start feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be as open, or maybe I shouldn't maybe be spending a lot of time with this person, because maybe when I'm around this person, I do things that don't feel like myself, you know? So this tells me that set those boundaries and also trust God. Trust God when He leads you to saying that you need to set this boundary and take care of yourself, you know? Trust where you're led. And I know that at that time, sometimes it doesn't make sense why you need to maybe keep some distance from certain things, certain people, but trust God and trust that He has a plan for you, and this is part of it. And then that comes with the trust, the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out, which is clarified by I remember, soul plan, fated. You see, this is exactly what I'm talking about trusting the divine, that everything that is happening is orchestrated by God for your highest good. And I know sometimes it's very hard to have that higher perspective to say, oh, trying to understand what God is trying to do for you. But sometimes there comes a time where you don't see the full story of what God is trying to do in your life, and sometimes you just have to trust in where you're being led, trust in the things that God is telling you to do. And I know that it's not an easy thing to do, but it's definitely rewarding, because I feel like whatever is happening here, it's part of your destiny, and it's at the right time. It's at the right time, meaning that even you watching this reading right now, it means that you already got this message from God. It means that you, or your ancestors or your angels, whatever you believe in, it means that you already got this message. And you just thought, let me just, this is a reminder that it's it's for your own good, it's for your highest good, because God wants the best for you, right? And in that, in you setting those boundaries, or maybe not doing or being around certain people or things, it also opens way for you to do different things that are maybe outside of your comfort zone. With this, the courage peony, a multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Maybe it's now the time for you to start exploring yourself, to start being confident in who you are and not being ashamed of anything about you. Maybe this is God imploring you to do the things that you like. Maybe some of the things that you like, other people judge it or feel like, oh, why do you like that kind of stuff? This is the time for you to do it. This is the time for you to be your truest self. And look at this. That's being clarified by star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. This tells me that it is within you. When you start being your truest self, and not always putting other things, other people before you and your needs, being able to be yourself without feeling bad or not feeling enough, that is when you will start to see the bigger picture for yourself. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to these kind of journeys where God implores you to do something, we don't understand it at first. But that trust that I was talking about, that becomes very important, because in the end, you will see the full picture for yourself. And then once you start seeing the full picture, you start making those kind of decisions for yourself. God won't need to tell you that you need to set up these boundaries. It becomes a natural thing. And it's also an act of self-love. It's an act of self. So trust yourself and trust the timing. I know maybe also you guys are waiting on something. God says, trust the timing. Time is not running out. Whatever you are waiting on, God has not forgotten. God has not forgotten at all. Everything, how everything is going right now is as it was planned for you. And you definitely have God and your ancestors, angels, or whatever you believe in guiding you. You have the wisdom within you. It is deep within you. Whether you are a person maybe who dreams, maybe you're a person who loves to listen to music and you feel like you get messages through music, like maybe the lyrics of songs, they speak to you. Do that. Like, start focusing on those things that make you feel the closest to God and your ancestors, and you'll start getting all the answers that you are looking for, maybe even answers to questions that you never even asked. That's how it goes. And yeah, that's all that I have for you. And I wish you all the best on your journey. It's not an easy journey, but it definitely is fulfilling. It is fulfilling. And as much as it's not easy all the time, it reaches a point where it becomes easy. Like I said, where it reaches a point where God doesn't have to tell you these things anymore because you feel them within yourself first. And that's all that I have. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with your friends if you'd like. And I'm wishing you all the best.